Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to Money Control Midday Market Check. I'm Karunya Rao and with me is Yatin Mota. And Yatin, we're looking at a weak set of global cues.
Absolutely.
It was the first session of the US markets yesterday, and
Correct.
there was an absolutely weak handover which we received, and we're replicating and mirroring a similar kind of move today on our benchmarks as well.
Clearly, but after a small gap down, I think the fall is accelerating. In fact, right now we are down almost 200 points on the Nifty, just shy of breaking that 18,000 mark. Right now we are at 18,050. The low was around 18,030. So we are almost trading at the day's low. Sensex is down almost 625 points. Bank Nifty down almost 1%, despite the fact that most of the banking companies have given strong quarterly updates, good advance growth. And after the kind of growth which has come in the past 2-3 days, wherein we have seen outperformance of the Bank Nifty, even Bank Nifty today is weakened a bit. And look at the way mid caps and small caps have corrected, almost 1.25% down for the mid cap and small cap indices. And that's clearly reflecting in the advance decline ratio, which is almost 1:3. So one advance for every 3 decline.
In fact, it's a broad-based selling that
Correct.
we're witnessing today.
Right.
The usual suspects, which often have capped the downside for the markets in the recent past, even they are languishing quite a bit. You have a fair bit of a U-turn seen in PSU banks as well, 2% down. Is it like some kind of profit booking that's going on?
Clearly, I think the profit booking is is the theme there, because the stock have gained 50, 60, 70%, 100% even in some of the cases like Karnataka Bank and Jammu Kashmir Bank. So clearly some profit taking is coming in for the PSU banks and the mid-tier banks. However, if you look at metals today, they are looking quite weak. In fact, Hindalco, JSW Steel, Coal India, you name any metal counter, and that is down over 3%, despite the fact that we are talking about China reopening, the Chinese New Year, and the kind of demand pent up which is happening there.
Second day on the trot.
So despite all of those factors, metals are giving up their gains. Also, we have ONGC, Tata Motors losing in trade. IndusInd Bank, after a gap up and a upgrade by CLSA, the stock is down 2%. ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, all of these heavyweights are down anywhere between 0.2 to 0.5% kind of a range.
But interestingly, amid all this bloodbath that's happening in the market, if I can call it that yet, Radiant Cash saw a decent listing, which is surprising given that even in a good resilient market, we've seen many of these IPOs not receive a very great response.
Clearly, and the IPO got subscribed at the lower end of the price band. Demand was not that great. IPO price was 94 and stock is trading at 110. So almost a 18% gain for that new entrant in the market. Clearly, I think probably because of concentrated holding, that stock is doing well. In fact, let me check the volumes. Almost 1.3 crore shares traded, and almost at the highest point of the day, above the average traded price. So good going for Radiant Cash, the new IPO.
In fact, I also want to flag off some more names which are bucking the trend. Life insurance companies again looking okay today despite the market selling that we're seeing. Orient Cement, another name from the broader markets, it's quite the star.
So Orient Cement, yesterday there was a Cogensis reports that Adani is looking to take over the company. However, the company has denied this. Still the stock is holding up. So let's see how really does this news event shape up. Fertilizers, Karunya, is doing well. RCF, FACT, GNFC, all of these stocks anywhere between 2 to 5% gains. Losing side, obviously, we have sugar stocks, especially Balrampur Chini, that's down 5%. Yes Bank is down 4%. Shyam Metal is down 4.5%. Kalyan Jewellers, which made a fresh 52-week high recently, that stock is down 3.5%. So a lot of stocks in the red, and good cuts coming in for the names which have run up recently.
And exactly, so it could be the case of profit taking after all. What's happening in the sugar pack, because a lot of these names are sulking today?
So if you look at sugar, the raw sugar prices had moved up, obviously because of the delayed harvesting season in Thailand and Brazil, which are large sugarcane producers. But if you look at India, a specific story, government had given a additional quota for ethanol and for sugar exports. So that sentiment and that news bit probably is captured in the price, and now as I was mentioning, Karina, trading gains something where you make money. Just traders are taking money off.
Yeah.
So be it PSU banks, be it sugar stocks, be it some fertilizer stocks, most of them have given up gains and are trading in the red.
And even pharma, which was holding out okay until the first couple of hours of today's session, even that has turned red. But yeah, very modest cuts right now. But let's talk about the benchmark, which is hovering just about that 18,000 level. How important will that be? I mean, in terms of technicals, if you could share anything.
So technically, the kind of advices or the kind of panelists that we have on CNBC Hour, they were talking about how 18,500 to 18,800, which was the recent higher level range, that will be a resistance for the market now, because we have the budget, which is a key event. There are a couple of economic data points which will come in the next 1 or 2 weeks. There are global cues. So probably I think
earnings.
Earnings are there. 9th is when TCS earnings start. So next week we have TCS, Infosys, HCL Technologies, Wipro, the entire IT pack coming in with earnings. So I think market will wait and watch for the initial earnings uptick, the management commentary. And right now, clearly, the global sentiments are slightly weakening. There is COVID fear. There is, in general, trader tendency to book profits. There are a lot of events lined up. So probably, market is not in a great mood and not a great start to 2023.
Yeah, and we'll also see FOMC meetings minutes being released later tonight. So is there something that the market is also worried about?
Market I think has taken the point that inflation is peaking, so that's good news. But the central banks still have to really monitor how inflation is shaping up, core inflation is doing, how rates have to be increased in a calibrated manner. Will it be half a percent hike or 25 basis point hike moving ahead? So these are the questions probably which will get answered in the FOMC minute meetings. So let's see how really that economic point shapes up. But broader scenario is that globally things are looking weak, and if you look at the FI figures for the last 2-3 trading sessions, 200-300 crore. Yesterday they sold around 600 crores. So I think that FI flow is not supportive anymore for emerging market like India.
Yeah, so let's wait and see what happens. And we don't know if we can make a U-turn from this levels, towards the latter half of the session, unlike what the trend has been for the past few days. But yeah, we're still pretty much comfortably above that 18,000 level. So here's hoping we don't have to see a further downside today. All right, with that, we're going to wrap it up right here on Midday Mood Check. Thank you so much for tuning in.